Hello again. At lunchtime, I tried to record a video about using your list of mistakes, how to use your list of mistakes, how to use mistakes to in your favor to improve your learning. And well, I'm sorry about these pathetic videos. In a way, I am trying to show you that we teachers, along with my hairdos, okay, these videos, along with my hairdos, are trying to show you that we teachers haven't had enough time to prepare the course. So it's a funny way to make a protest, okay? Anyway, I don't want to. If I wait to have enough time to record things properly, I will never get the work done, and I prefer to do it like this, so you get the chance to consider what I explain in the videos, okay? To give you some support outside the classroom, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Okay. So, let me continue. How can you design your list of mistakes? Well, when you're in class, you are taking notes, and your notes are a draft of the list of mistakes. You're just jotting down, writing down information very fast, or taking a picture of what I write on the whiteboard. So you don't have time to think about that. And anyway, you need to be gathering some information on your mistakes before you start to see what kind of organization you want to give your list or your lists. Because, for instance, in my case, I would have different sections in my list of mistakes. I would have different lists of mistakes, okay? So, for the first thing, the first very important thing in the list of mistakes is that you write down, when you make a clean copy, when you get home, that you write down the sentence or the phrase, where phrase means sintagma, trocito de frase, sintagma, ¿vale? Grupo de palabras, cajita dentro de un trozo de comunicación, ¿vale? Las cajitas, the boxes. Entonces, a sentence or a phrase, you copy the sentence or the phrase where you made a mistake. How long? Well, it must be significant. It must be clear why you made a mistake. You need the context. Do you understand? You cannot just write patata y ponerle una cruz. Mal, se dice patato. No, eso no sirve de nada. Una mierda. Nothing. No way. No, you need to write the word which was wrong in its context, and then you need to cross it out in red, cross it out very clearly, very visually. So when you look at your list of mistakes, it's very clear that was wrong. Because we have to use all our kinds of memories, and our body has a memory, our mouth, our ear, our eyes. We have a very strong visual memory, our abstract thinking. Well, we have all kinds of memories, okay? So you write the mistake in context with a big red cross crossed out. And then below, you write the correct version of the mistake in context, and you underline it in green, for example, in green, or you highlight it in yellow with a highlighter, right? Or something, or in pink, or in a color you love. Okay, so when you look at it, when you are browsing your notebook and you have a look at your list of mistakes, the pairs of wrong, right are very clear. They are very, very close. Because if you use columns, right and wrong, they are far away. It's better that you write them one on top of the other, right? One under the other. So you look at them, and then it's very clear to you where you made the mistake, see? So that's the very first visual kind of organization you need to keep in mind when you make the clean copy, okay? Not when you are taking notes in class. Of course, there you just cross it out, whatever it is, and underneath you quickly underline the correct version, and then you can complete it at home when you make the clean copy, okay? The second thing is that, well, at first you start copying like mistakes you make on the same page, but then you realize that you really could have different sections of a notebook. Well, a spiral notebook is a very bad idea. You really need a ring binder with 2 rings or more, a ring binder, so you can change the order of the pieces of paper, right? Or, or plastic pockets with the oh my God, the holes, so you can insert them in the ring binder, right? And you could have different sections, and your mistakes come from your production, and your production can be oral production when you speak, or written production when you write, okay? And your mistakes can be of different kinds. It can be grammar mistakes, and this is the only kind of mistakes there are in the world. No, well, that's not true. Spelling mistakes, okay, we also consider spelling mistakes. Then punctuation mistakes, nobody fucking cares about punctuation mistakes. Well, people, I tell you. And typographic mistakes, and mistakes related to things like, where do you write the title, and do you capitalize all the main words in the title, or except the little words, or where do you the margins you leave on the sides and on the top and on the bottom, the space you leave between the lines, all those are also mistakes. I mean, when we don't walk in the reader's shoes, and if the reader is a teacher that needs to correct that, that needs to add comments to your work, if you make it impossible for the teacher to add comments, then you're making a mistake there, and you need to develop your empathy. You need to develop your fucking empathy, because look at my eyes. See? Can you see I'm a very old teacher, and I've been fighting to try to fit my writing into the little space students leave. Well, okay. So there are also other methodological mistakes, like when I ask you to attach something to your piece of writing, to your writing task, and you totally ignore what I said. Or another methodological mistake is when I ask you to, my requirements, right? When I ask you to write your name on the top right corner of the piece of paper, and then your group, and then the date or the month at least, and then I ask you to start the page with a task description, because we need the context, because I need to know what you are going to do, what you are bound to do, what you are, what you are sitting down to do. So you need to include the task description, and that needs to include the word limit, and then the final word count, for example, because I want that, just to make you suffer. No, because you are training in different ways to face real life at work and also exams. So trust me and just do it. Why shouldn't you do it if I am asking you to do it? See, why? It's better to disobey. It's better to question other kinds of things. And if you don't know why I'm asking you to do something, it's wonderful if you ask in class, because I am sure I'm going to give you an answer which is going to allow you to understand that there is a good reason for my asking. Okay? Do you see what I mean? Okay. So apart from grammar mistakes and spelling mistakes, if your production, if the feedback you're getting is on your mistakes is for an oral, for an OP, an oral presentation, a monologue, a dialogue, whatever, a speaking activity, a speaking task, then you will need a page for pronunciation mistakes. As you know, we can use phonemic transcription or phonetics, whatever. We do it on the whiteboard, okay? I do it for you. So you can train a little bit, so you can learn to read the phonemic transcription in dictionaries. I'll prepare a video on that soon. Okay? So you can have a page for pronunciation mistakes and intonation mistakes. Or you can have and a page on the kind of texts you're writing, register, the kind of language we use depending on context, sociocultural matters, So as you can see, there are different kinds of mistakes. Don't think that it's just a matter of registering or paying attention to what I highlight as grammar mistakes. Take into account everything I mention, okay? Okay, night, sleep tight. Don't let the angels bite.